What's up, everybody? It's your girl T Moore here, and welcome. Welcome to the first episode of On the Other Side of Momming, because there's more to this mom life. And if you're watching the video of this, you'll notice that I'm sitting in my car, parked, because we gotta be safe on these streets, in the parking lot of my local Publix. If you don't have a Publix where you live at, just know that Publix is truthfully, really wonderfully an amazing godsend. Let me tell you, the subs, the fried chicken, I venture to say it might be a little piece of heaven, a little slice of heaven on earth. But no, seriously, in between, and I wanted to go ahead and first of all get this podcast episode recorded because I don't have any kids with me right now. And my son, he's at daycare, and the girls, they're at the house with my mom, and I'm out running errands, and really I'm just like, let me just do this now, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to have an actual moment of quiet and peace to myself where I don't have anybody asking me for a sweet treat or asking me to take them to the bathroom or asking me to do anything for a moment. I could just sit here and talk to you all and welcome you to this amazing podcast, or what I hope was going to be amazing. I hope that it's going to be life-changing, and I hope that it's going to be, we build this community together and go on this journey of life together and motherhood together. And so, to kick off our first episode, real quick, who am I? Why this podcast? What? Because, you know, listen, if you're a mom or a parent, period, you're busy. You just ain't got time. So this is for my folks who are out there on the go, you know, moving and grooving, and just need a moment to just hear some little nuggets as we just dive into talking about all things on the other side of momming. So again, I'm your host, T Moore, and I'm a mama of 3. They are 3, 5, and 7. I am busy. I am a wife. I also practice law. I'm an author, and I am an entrepreneur as well. Probably a serial entrepreneur at this point, because I feel like I'm always starting and stopping businesses. But we'll talk about that too, because I've learned some things about myself. And so when I became a mom, it really was one of the best things for me. I've always wanted to be a mom. I know there are women out there, people out there who are just like, they've not always wanted to be parents. That wasn't their lot in life. I was that person who, when I was doing my life goals, I had a husband. I actually wanted triplets. I wanted triplet girls at that. And I was really, really excited. And I know they had names. I have to find this. My mom actually has it. And I have this document that I wrote down, and I listed all the kids' names, and they were like, they all rhymed, because I'm big into like the names having to like match. I don't know if you do that with your kids or anything like that, but like their names have to match, like, so it has to flow, like the first, middle name, and the last name, they all have to flow together. So the names had to make sense in my world. But I wanted triplets. I don't have triplets. But I did end up, now that I think about it, I did end up having 3 kids. So I have these 3 amazing kids, and these blessings. But my Lord, they can take you through. And so what I started to realize in my parenting and my motherhood was that I was losing a part of myself. Have you ever been there? Have you been to that place where you are losing yourself? And it feels like when you become a mother, the narrative that circles motherhood is that you are going to lose yourself, that you are to sacrifice whatever dreams that you have, whatever desires that you have for yourself. you're supposed to sacrifice that for these little humans that you're bringing into the world. And so whatever you thought that you wanted to do, whatever that you believe that you have proposed for your life, and what you thought was purposeful for your life, has to come to a halt and has to stop. Because right now, you got to take care of these kids. You got to get in there. You got to hustle and grind. You got a home to take care of. And if you are working outside the home, then you got, to figure out your career how best as you can. It's so many things. It's almost like modern day martyrdom. Martyrs. That's what they call it. Listen, you're going to learn here real quick. There are certain words I just can't pronounce. I'm not even going to front. If like maybe one day I'll work with a diction coach, because I just will be slaughtering words and I don't even be meaning to. But you knew what I was talking about, right? Like modern day martyrs. That's what it is. But I felt like it should be martyrdom, right? Because isn't that a word? No? Okay. We might make it a word. But okay. So anyway, my point being that you lose a part of who you are. And it's very easy. And I think as women, and those of us who identify as a woman, you begin to see there are expectations that are placed on us, and it is just like, that's it. That's what we're supposed to do. And so the purpose of On the Other Side of Momming is really to say, I call bullshit on it. Excuse my French. Just so y'all know, I do love Jesus. He is the homie. He is my friend. I love him dearly. We'll pray for you. Speak in tongues, all that good stuff. I am working, however, on not using as many cuss words, but they may come out from time to time. So, seasoned saints, if you're here and you clutch your pearl a little bit, just unclutch yourself so you don't choke, and just know that that may happen from time to time. But I say that though because it is what we're told, and it felt like who was signed up for that? Who signed up for basically death to my dreams until my kids are 18, 19, or 26, or however old they are, and then when I'm almost lukewarm to the grave, that is when I'm supposed to start living. That is when I'm supposed to get out there and start doing the thing that I believe I was called to do. And y'all, that just can't be. That just can't be. So On the Other Side of Momming is exploring. Motherhood's gonna come in here. We're gonna talk about our kids regardless. It's just, if you met a mom anywhere, you're gonna see a picture of her kid, and you're going to talk about the kids for a moment. But I really want to explore outside of that. Those things that bring us joy that are outside of our kids, outside of our families. That thing that we grapple with, as a woman, as we are navigating this thing called life. That is the purpose on the other side of momming. Because there's more to this mom life. I'm more than just my kid's mother. I am an attorney. I am an author. I am a friend, a daughter, a sister. I am so many other things, and who I am at the core still matters. And so, welcome. This is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be getting into those topics. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about career. We're going to talk about just life in general, and just what does it look like on the opposite side of that. So I hope that this podcast, like I said, fills your cup as you're running around doing your errands. You might be listening to this while you're in the grocery store. You might be, washing dishes. You might be changing your kid's diaper. It might be nap time. Listen, if it's nap time, sis, I'm here to tell you, go take a nap. Don't stay up. Go take a nap. Again, I am filming this first episode in my parked car because I knew that I had a lot of excuses and I wasn't going to get it done. I'm just going to be honest. I had bought the microphone. I had bought the ring light. I bought everything that I need to film it. And then so I was struggling with, where am I going to film it at in my house? Because I don't really have a dedicated space that's for that, because my kitchen table is my office, and where am I gonna go? Then 2 out of the 3 kids are home because it's the summertime. School starts back here in a couple of weeks. Praise ye the Lord for such things. Cannot wait. But it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be this. The dogs is crazy. They just bark. My dogs bark whenever they want to bark. They will bark at the wind. I'm convinced they don't use the good sense that they have. They just bark. And so, but it was becoming a thing where I've been wanting to do a podcast for years, and I had just never executed. And like I said, we can call them excuses, we can call it giving myself grace, we can call it a whole bunch of things, right? But at the end of the day, when am I gonna do it? I'm always gonna find a reason to not do it. But so here we are, first episode, like I said, in the car. And sometimes that's what you just gotta do. You just gotta start it. You just gotta do it. And if you're watching the video, see I have on a shirt that says dream, prep, do, and at the bottom it says rinse and repeat. Because that's what it takes. As a mom, that's part of the purpose, right? We were called to be mothers. We were called to do this thing called motherhood. And for some women, they didn't want to become mothers, but they had the kid anyway. That's a whole nother topic for another day. Don't come for me, but it's true. There are just people out there who don't want their kids. Now that they don't want them, they're going to just give them up. But just like, that wasn't what I really had planned and thought that this thing all the way through. But we here now, so we're gonna ride it out. And then there's those of us who this is what we wanted, and we want to become parents, and we're parents, but we're also seeing, well, wait a minute now, these can't be the same kids that I was when I was growing up. Because when I was growing up, this wasn't it. They're a different generation. Was I this way with my parents? You were. Don't worry about it. You were. But this is where we are, right? And so we're thinking like, okay, so now that I'm here, is that it? And it's like, no, you were still created to do more. You were still called to do more. You were still called to live this life that God has fashioned for you, right? And so, or if you're not a believer, universe or whatever you subscribe to, you were still created for a purpose. We all are. We were all made on purpose with purpose, right? So it doesn't stop. Being a mom is just only part of my journey. I'm also was called to be an attorney and serve my clients and, counsel them through whatever their legal matter may be, and handling their trademark issue and making sure that, hey, I'm seeing this through because, hey, small business owner, this is something to protect your brand. I was called to still do that. I was called to be an author. I was called to write words that are meant to inspire and provide escapism for that moment, take you from the current world into a different world of these characters and dive into it and put you there, and just for a moment let you forget whatever troubles you had because you're so engrossed into what I've written. Or if you're reading my newsletter or reading any of the blogs on my website, that is the purpose. Like, it is meant to inspire and encourage, because I was called to do just that. Just like with Mom Tings, my brand, I'm called to create this apparel, this club, to let you know, like, hey, mom, like, it ain't over, sis. Like, listen, just because you had kids, your purpose didn't die. They are not the final destination. You still got more things to do. So what were you called and created to do? Because you were made for that. So yeah, you were made to become a mom, but you were also made and created for something else. Who are you supposed to touch and be in line with and talk to and inspire and encourage and motivate besides just your kids? What else brings you joy outside of your kids and keeping your home together? Like, that is what we have to get to. We got to find that place outside, and that's on the other side of momming. What is that place? What does that look like? And dig deep. Like, yes, now when they're babies and they can't do for themselves, yeah, you gotta adjust, right? Obviously, things slow down. Things kind of you gotta re-swizzle some life things around. That's just life. And that's hard to do. And there's seasons that are going to be smoother than others, right? But what does that look like? And so that is the purpose of this podcast. I'm really excited to, like I said, take this journey, learn from you, and share what I've learned. I do plan to have some guests on here from time to time, some of my mommy friends, and maybe even some of you would like to just kind of come on and, you know, shoot the breeze, and let's chat and talk about it, chop it up some, and go from there. Because we are a community, we need one another, and we are only as strong as the people we have surround us. And so consider me a part of your village, a part of your community, and let's do this thing together. So can't wait to get with you. And remember, as I get ready to close out, because I'm getting messages asking me where I am, which means, hey, come get these kids. we gonna talk again. So until the next time, stay safe, stay well, keep dreaming, mama, because we need your dream. We need whatever you have to offer to this planet. And so we want to see you live it out in living live color. So until then, bye.